The ultimate form? Let's get into that. Hello guys, it's Laconte19 here, and today's topic, in my opinion, is the biggest I have taken on this channel. And I have done quite a lot of thinking. I have really did some research in order to fit everything, and I will be trying to make this video as simply as I can. So without any further ado, let's begin. In a special episode released by Toei Animation, we saw something that had been hyped for the longest time. Ever since this arc started, they have hyped us up about Goku and Jiren fight, and it finally happened. But there was something that really went on to become the most special thing of the episode, and that was the Ultra Instinct, as it is called at the moment. There is no official name yet, so we're going to be using the Crunchyroll translation for that state. Guys, the Ultra Instinct is yet to be called a form. It could be a form and it could not be. I'm not really sure about that. So for the moment, I'm just going to use state, which makes more sense. And as I said, just at the moment. We will see how things will progress on the show, of course. The name itself, Ultra Instinct, explains many things. It's simply as that. But this state, to be mastered, requires a lot of work. It's not something that everybody can achieve. And this form itself is linked with Jeet Do. I believe all of us have heard about it, and not many practice it. Because in reality, Jeet Do is not a martial art like Kung Fu or how boxing is, or whatever sport, fighting sport. It is a martial art that gathers all of them into one. Everything that you can fit, you can just put into Jeet Do. And who had mastered it? Yes. If you guessed it, bravo, it was Bruce Lee. But hey, what does Bruce Lee have to do with Dragon Ball? In case you didn't know, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan are Akira Toriyama's favorite martial artists. And Goku, as a character, was first supposed to be a mix between them and also a bit of Sayuki. I probably didn't pronounce this correctly, but in English it translates to Journey to the West. Goku, as a character, is inspired by these three. Despite Akira Toriyama not wanting to make this show all about fighting, he took that road, and I don't really want to get into the full story, but at the beginning of the fighting style in the Dragon Ball, Goku was having Bruce Lee's, Jackie Chan's fighting style. But with his power growing more and more, Akira Toriyama actually did move on a bit away from them, because as he says, Goku was growing stronger, and it wasn't just natural anymore. He was super warrior. So let's continue. Bruce Lee is a part of Dragon Ball, and it continues to be up to this date. And this state of Goku comes directly from what he was messing at. Jeet Do is a complete physical, social, mental, and spiritual knowledge. You have to be aware of everything inside you to be able to master this one. And there is another thing about Jeet Do. It is that no master or sensei can teach you that. They can just guide you, I must say. And this is what links to Dragon Ball. This master or sensei has been Whis. He was that guy to Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus before this. But to reach this freedom inside, a person should get out of their comfort zone and actually fight everything on his own. that is where the truth inside lies, is Jeet Kune Do rule. But what does this have to do with Goku in particular? Well, let's just first forget about Goku, push him aside, and let's talk about the gods of destructions. And I will just take Beerus as an example because he has been the one we have been exposed to ever since Battle of Gods movie. Beerus is 100 million years, and yet, at least this is what he stated, and he is yet to master this one. And I said comfort zone. I brought that up because Jeet Kune Do is like very, very, very long thing to study. So if you wanna do it, better start reading the books. I'm just taking things that fit for this, what Goku achieved and what Gods of Destruction have achieved, maybe someone or yet to master it, but they know about it. And this is why I brought the comfort zone, because that is what Beerus lacks. Having a master out there in Whis and being relied on him actually did stop that process. And we can assume that is the same for every God of Destruction. Whis did guide him, but it was up to Beerus to get out of his comfort zone and actually do everything on his own. And Beerus tends to be quite lazy, so we can assume that he is yet to master this one, despite knowing about it, and maybe he has his hands on it, but he's just yet to control it properly. But what about Goku? Now let's go back to Goku, because he's the main topic of this after all. Goku has been known for fighting on his own, and also trained sometimes, but he has always accepted help in training. But that doesn't mean everything. Goku's comfort zone became his power itself, the techniques he has under his sleeve. But Jiren really showed him his place. Kaioken times 20 was the first super overpowered technique, and it didn't work. And Goku relied on the Genki Dama to do the job. And if I recall it correctly, this is the first time that Genki Dama basically does nothing. I mean, it didn't kill Vegeta, but they remember his state. So even his biggest move failed for the first time, I might say. Because if it wasn't for the Genki Dama back in Saiyan arc, Goku wouldn't have ended up alive. And with Genki Dama not being successful, that's where Goku felt the loss, despite him trying to fight it back. Being exposed to Ultra Instinct, or moving without thinking, however you wanna say it, we can assume that Goku has wondered for the longest time what's that. He loves to get stronger, and that was his only option, that was his only way to get stronger and stronger, because as Wiz pointed out, their bodies are reaching their physical peak and they don't have much room for improvement. There is a way that we can assume that Goku has paid a lot of attention into this technique, but couldn't figure out a single thing. But when he actually had no comfort zone, he was exposed out of that by Jiren. His body and mind reacted on its own without his will. That technique that Whis was talking so much about, and that not even Gods of Destruction have mastered it, came into Goku's body. Goku managed to get his hands on it. He still doesn't know quite yet how he did that, but it's just normal. He felt it once, and I am more than sure that he will manage to do it again. He knows the feeling now. Kinda like when he became Super Saiyan God. All what he needed was to just understand how it goes. Then Goku will be able to figure that out. And it's going to be much easier than it was before. And once again, Jeet Kune Do comes into place as it is explained that to tap into that, you must have full knowledge of yourself. That is the way of fighting. You must know yourself before you know the enemy. You have to know, you need to have full knowledge of yourself before having full knowledge on the enemy. And does that ring some bells? Well, you saw the 1 hour special, or episode 109 and episode 110. Actually, in episode 109 it happened. Goku was trying Jiren out, just like he tries every opponent. But this time, everything backfired on him. So he tried to have full knowledge on his opponent, who was super strong, like the strongest guy we have seen. Of course, we still want to exclude the gods on this, because there is still a question that needs to be answered. But Jiren is a total level from any other villain. Yeah, we have to call a good guy villain. Just Jiren was able to get Goku out of his comfort zone. He is probably the first guy to do that. Probably Frieza? Yeah, only Frieza. Yeah, Frieza and Jiren. Those two guys have been able to do that. Against Frieza, Goku unlocked his Super Saiyan form. So he gained more knowledge on himself. He acknowledged himself as a Saiyan, he accepted that, and he had just to live with it. He didn't disagree anymore that he is a Saiyan. He accepted that, and it is one of the reasons of him being able to trigger that Super Saiyan form inside him. And this is quite the same as Frieza's arc at the moment. So things are matching each other. At least from what I could find, Jeet Kune Do was the idea that Toriyama took and implemented it with this transformation. Or state, because I called it transformation because I'm used to it. But I don't think it's a mistake even if I call it a transformation. But guys, I hope you just realize it, that Akira Toriyama doesn't just go blindly into creating his form. And if you read more about him, if you do more research on him, of course I'm going to do far more videos about Akira Toriyama on this channel, so make sure you are subscribed and you will keep up with them. But Toriyama really wants to know his stuff. He tends to forget things, a lot of things, but when he is bringing something new, he does his job, and he does it perfectly well. And this Ultra Instinct state has probably to be the best thing on the show since Super Saiyan 1. Yes, I am going that far as saying Super Saiyan 1. And why is that? Because there are so many things in it. So many things for us to explore, understand. They can use it however they want and it still could be looking badass. It gives them such a huge space to work with. And after the 1 hour special, after episode 109 and 110, the special episode, I can say that my opinion on Toei has changed. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that. Now, I wanna be real, I'm not a big fan of Toei animation. I don't like some of the stuff they do, but I definitely like some of the guys there that work for Dragon Ball Super. And after the last episode, I believe they are going to deliver. And guys, I don't wanna change the topic anymore because this was it. But one more thing to add is that, guys, you are going to see Goku tapping into this power more and more and getting more and more knowledge about himself. And yeah, Goku could be getting a development as a character, we might say, because he hasn't developed in quite a while and he definitely needs it. But there is one thing that we will continue to see, and it is going to be the same: Goku's adventure, doing what he loves to do, and that is getting stronger and fighting stronger guys. Even when he is the physical peak, Now he has this to get even stronger. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the explanation was good enough. I tried to do my research and I tried to fit things one with another. I'm not sure if this was enough or not, but I managed to do this. I had actually another video, but it went to 30 minutes long, and when I was editing it, I just realized that it was way too complicated for something that we don't know so much. So instead of overcomplicating it, I tried to keep it as simple as possible, so I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button to show some love, and comment your theories down below. What is this technique in your opinion? Anyway guys, have a great time.